Hey guys, welcome to another Churchly tutorial. In this one, we're going to talk about some advanced features here in the Builder. Once you've logged in and you're here at your Builder screen, you can click on the website settings and let's dive into some advanced features. So once you're here, the first thing you'll see is General Settings. This is the title of your website. We'll call ours Real Church. We've already named it whenever we set up the account. You can add a favicon, which is that little icon that shows up on some browsers in the top left corner. So you could add a small logo there if you wanted to. The required dimensions are somewhere around 16 by 16 or 32 by 32, so a perfect square. You can create that in Photoshop, or there's some online generators you can use as well. It can be in the .ico format or the PNG format. It's your call. You don't have to have a favicon, it's not required. A social sharing image. This is great to have because set a default image. What I would do is create something in Photoshop that was like a widescreen 16 by 9 graphic. Maybe it had your logo on top of it, and you would use that as your social share image. And whenever you shared your URL or someone shared a link to your website on Facebook or something, then this image would show in conjunction with your link. So that's the social share image, and it's very useful. So save that, save your settings before you leave. Go down here to your domain. If you're not, there will be another tutorial just about domains to help you with this. But so your system domain name by default, you'll want to edit that, so you can you could change your system subdomain if you wanted to. We could call it realchurch.churchly.io, but no one wants to go to realchurch.churchly.io because that's not your domain name. We want to connect an existing domain name. So maybe you've bought a domain at GoDaddy or Bluehost or SiteGround or some other place where you can, or you've bought a domain name. Unfortunately, Churchly doesn't sell domain names yet, so you have to buy it somewhere else, and that's okay because we're not really a domain name registrar. We're a software, we're a service, a platform that you can use to reach people for Jesus, build a beautiful website and a great marketing funnel that works. So go buy a domain name somewhere else. If you already have one, cool. If not, grab one. They're super cheap, anywhere from 10 to 20 bucks a month. Depends on where you buy it. Unless you're buying like a .church or .life or something like that, then you might spend 40 bucks a year. So that's still not a lot of money. So go to your domain name register. So this is what we're going to do. Click on connect to domain name. We're going to enter the domain name. It's realchurch.today. That's our domain name. We're going to connect it. Now, it's not going to work yet because we have some settings we need to adjust over on our registrar like GoDaddy. So we need to go to GoDaddy and find our DNS settings. You'll go to your domain name manager, click on DNS manager, and then you'll be able to see a host name and then your CNAMEs. So these settings you'll want to change. This one's probably there by default, www.cname realchurch.today. This is probably already there. What you'll need to change is this one. You'll see one that says the host name, and you'll see a little @ sign, and you'll see the record type is A, and you'll probably see a different series of numbers. You'll just want to click edit and then copy this number and then go over to your registrar and paste it in place of the numbers that are there for the A record, and then hit save. And it may take an hour or it may take 24 to 48 hours for it to connect to your Churchly website. But that's okay. Once you've connected this, it might just be a little bit of a waiting game. Once it's connected, though, when you go to realchurch.today or whatever your domain name is, you'll see your Churchly website from then on out. You won't see this that you created when you signed up. You'll see your actual URL in place of this. So it'll be connected. It'll look like you. It'll feel like you. It's your brand. I'm going to disconnect this for now because I'm not going to be connecting a domain name to my account here. But you can, and it's super easy to do. The next advanced features, languages time. We want to make sure our website is in English because we're in America, unless you do want to change it to a different language, to Spanish, Espanol maybe, or a different language. And you change your time zone here. If you're in a different time zone, I'm in Central Chicago time, you can change that. You can change your date format. I've got mine month, day, year, time. You can change yours to day, month, year, and time. Cookies and GDPR, it's not necessary unless you're doing business and transactions in the UK. If so, you can do this European Union compliance and edit your disclaimer text, or your learn more, accept, and things of that nature. Applications, we'll go ahead and save that. Applications, this is where you can connect MailChimp, Facebook Pixel, which is for tracking, a GetResponse, your email server, or your ActiveCampaign account. You'll go and get these keys from those respective websites and plug them in and hit save and verify, and bam, you've connected those applications. Super easy. Another thing is your personalization. Personalization is something that you answered a bunch of questions when you signed up your Churchly account, like your church name and address and email. Those can all be edited here. So you see over here, you've got this like bracketed statement, right? Well, this is where we're pulling it from, this personalization window. So our mission statement is here, real people, real God. You see it with the brackets and see it real people, real God. So that displays when you preview your site, as we've already come to realize. See, there it is. So it dynamically updates when we view our live website. We can change that right here. So we could say, well, we want real people, real God to be something different. Love God, love people. Maybe that's our mission statement. We'll save it. So let's save it. Now what happens when we preview our website? Well, that's not our website. Let's preview our website. Love God, love people. Let's look down here. Love God, love people. See? So everywhere we had that little short code in place, mission statement, let's go down to the bottom. There it is again, mission statement. If you have this code anywhere on your website, on any page, it's going to dynamically pull in what we enter into this box. Love God, love people. So you can change your email address here and it will update on your site globally. Change your address, it will update on your site globally. Wherever you have this code for church email or church phone number, the church address, those fields will update dynamically every time you edit them here. As long as those shortcodes, these shortcodes with the squiggly brackets, as long as those are there and stay in place, this will update throughout your website. You can create new tags as well. So you could create a new one and call it something else. So you could call it, service times. And then you could put like your Sunday service times in there. And so wherever you had that short code would appear your service times. Anything you can think of can go there. Some other advanced things are custom code. This is where you can add tracking code. So like if you've got a Google Analytics account, which I suggest is free, grab that tracking code, you could put it here in the head. If you know how to work with CSS and you're familiar with this, you can jump on over and grab, put custom CSS in here to style things in a different way. You can do body markups. Certain codes and things require you to put it in the body. Well, you could do that here. If you only want to put code on this very specific page that you're on, so you're on the home page, I don't want it on any other page, you can put it here. So for instance, if you're using Church Online and you want to embed their countdown, you can do that here by including the head markup. You can put all of their CSS for the countdown as well as all of their JavaScript that they provide you. You can paste it here and hit save, and that's all you have to do for the custom code. Page SEO, this is important. You want to give the page a good title. So instead of just maybe home, let's call it Real Church Tomball. That's a little more descriptive. And then our description needs to be something fairly lengthy. Let me grab our actual description or some sort of text here to give you. Let me grab this and we'll see how long that gets us. So that got us a green light. So when this bar turns green, that means you are in a good length for Google and search results. So we'll leave that there. You can even add a different share image for every page of your website if you wanted to. So you could add a new image here. Let's use this guy, our pastor in his denim jacket. Save, and that's that. So we've done these two. Let's jump into File Manager. File Manager, it's a little bit like the image uploader, except for this one doesn't compress your images or your files. The image uploader is really for images, and it compresses them and makes them load fast on mobile or people with low bandwidth and things like that. The file manager, so you have like some PDF downloads you want to upload. Maybe you came in here and created a folder for downloads, and then you uploaded your PDFs to here. And that's where you could manage those links. You could grab links and share them and add them to buttons, and people could download stuff. And so that's kind of your file manager. Super easy to use, pretty self-explanatory. Another advanced feature is your dashboard. You can go into your dashboard at any time and view your traffic, view popular pages, view website referrers, which is like where people are coming from, search queries, people that are searching for things, devices that are being used, and mobile and desktop computers, different browsers that are being used will display here, so Safari and Chrome and Firefox. Storage and bandwidth, how much bandwidth you've been using and storage you've got. You've got unlimited, so take advantage of that. Admins, this is where you can set up some users. So you could create users with certain permissions. So say that they can add to the blog. So like say maybe you want to give your pastor, or you are the pastor, or maybe you're not, and you want to give your pastor ability to add to the blog only and not mess with anything else, then he can have permissions just for blog. Or he can do blog and store if he wants to add things to the store. Or he can view analytics and the blog. He can do those things. Or someone else is coming and they're going to contribute to the blog. You can just give them blog permissions. Or you can give people as much permission as you want and just select everything. But be careful, because then that means they can delete people and they can mess things up. So maybe you don't want to do that for everybody. So be wise with who you give permission to. This is where you can set their permissions, add their email, send the invitation. They will receive an email to come and join the site as a user. Billings, where you can upgrade your account, select a new level, and that type of thing. Your account settings are just next to it. This is for your password and things of that nature. So those are some of the advanced features. You can also click on this little arrow here and view all of your active websites that you've got created and all of your active marketing funnels. So if you're not sure about funnels, we could jump into funnels in a whole nother tutorial, but these are just some of the advanced features of the platform, the builder, and I hope that's helpful. If you still have some questions, not a problem. Jump on over here to this Need Some Help button, shoot us an email, or if we're available to chat, it'll show a chat with us now here, or there's answers to other common questions located here as well. Goodness, we look forward to seeing you in the next video.